Okay, this is the way I do hem stitching. I go under 4, then around them again, and go up 2 of the weft threads. And so I make a little knot, and then I pull. So under 4, around again, and up 2 weft threads, and I pull, holding so it gets really tight. And is the same way that you do at the beginning, only that in the opposite direction. But that's the way hem stitching goes for me. Okay, it's me again with the hem stitching. One more time, thank you for all those who liked my little video of hem stitching. So what I was going to show you today is the same technique, but I forgot to say some things yesterday. One was that I normally leave, so how much yarn do you leave for this? I normally, what I do is I measure the width of what I'm doing, and I normally do like 3 times the width. And sometimes I leave a little more tail. In this case it's longer because it's the end. So I was lucky enough to have all this yarn left. Then another thing I wanted to say is that yesterday when I did the video and I said I do the grouping by 4 warp threads, that depends on I mean, that's your decision on your project. Like I remember doing one that was, I normally work with bulky yarn, so it's normally 4, but a couple of projects I did with thinner yarn, then I did like 8 groups of 8. That depends on what you want. And then I also want to say that at the beginning, normally what you do is you go, see, because if I go around the 4, like I said yesterday in the video, was like you go under 4 and around. But if I do that here, then this will happen. So what you do in the first one is you wrap it around the first warp thread, and then you go under 3. So it kind of locks this first thread, and then you go again around, and you go 2 weft. So I normally go 2 weft threads. Actually, for this project, and now I remember, I did only 1 because it's very thick yarn. That's another thing that you do, just according to your project, whatever it suits better for what you're doing. The other thing is that at the beginning, you need to kind of be careful when you pull, not to leave like an end here that is not nice. So sometimes you need to adjust a little more. So then that's the first one, and then I go again under 4, I pull it out, and then go around again, and in this case up only 1 weft thread, and then I pull so it is tight. Yeah, so that's the same technique. It also happens that not always your weft threads are multiple of 4. So I will have to do, in this case, I already know that in the center, and sometimes I do it at the end, I will have 2 groups of 5, but that's okay. It's just to make it more even. So I go under again, and I pull. And the other thing I forgot to say yesterday, which maybe you all already figured it out, is that you go, so this one will be 5. I put my needle through the same, in between the same 2 warp threads that you did the loop. So it's in the same place, as I said, 1 up. And you pull. And in the end, I think for this project, even though I did the hem stitching, I will be making knots because it looks nicer for this project. So all the way, and away and pull. And that is the hem stitch. It's a really nice finishing. Some people don't do that, and I think in a few projects I didn't, and I did just the knot, but the knot always makes me a little nervous that it's going to come out, but just because of that. And yeah, so I hope you like it and it's useful for you, and thank you for watching it.